Well, welcome. My name is JD Dorland, if I haven't met you. Welcome to my channel. If you are here, most likely you are already a student. But if you are new, just hey, thanks for coming, joining. There will be a picture of this 251 on the screen here, the sheet, but you can also go to my website and download this particular PDF if you want. Also, another useful tool will be the iReal Pro app. If you don't have that already, you should definitely have that. This is going to be a guided practice, essentially, meaning I'm going to play and hopefully you're going to play with me. So we're just going to go through some beginning 251 kind of exercises. I mentioned these in my other 251 for beginner video. If you haven't watched that, then I would encourage you to go back and watch that, especially if 251s or just kind of this idea of Roman numerals are new for you, how those chords relate to the scales. So what we are going to do is just kind of go through the sheet and some different variations, and it's going to be kind of progressive. So I would encourage you to take one of the exercises and kind of work it till you feel comfortable with it or really close, and then jump to the next one. All right. So we are going to start with just whole notes in a root-shaped seventh chord. All right, so you have this sheet. You should see that D minor 7, G7, C major 7, and then one more measure, C major 7. Okay, and that's it. We're going to do it at 80. We're going to have a little background track playing, and we're just going to take it one time through at 80, and then I'm going to do it again at 100, just to give you kind of a couple different practice ways, and then we'll talk about the next idea we're going to work through. All right, so here it is, whole notes at 80, just regular sevenths, root-shaped chords. All right, we're just gonna do it one time through. Let's do it. Here we go. One more. Here we go to our F minor 7, 3, 4. E flat minor 7 and 1. F sharp minor 7 and 1. Major 7, there it is. The E minor 7, 2, 3, here we go. Right, hey, see, nobody's perfect. We all mess up. If for some reason you are even struggling with that, do you know your chords? And, you know, an easy kind of in-between exercise would be maybe just play with your pinky, your thumb, just kind of that lowest, that root, and just move back and forth. Play roots as whole notes. Just get used to jumping where you need to jump. right? And then I tell all my students, you know, if you have a long note, especially an exercise like this, right, you got a whole measure of a whole note, man, you should be looking at that next line or measure or whatever it is. What is that next chord? Be eyeing it. Don't wait for that one to move, right? Be looking where you're going and then shift, and you know, you're going to get faster and faster. All right, let's do 100. We're going to do the same thing. Whole notes, add 100, root shapes. Here we go. Here's our E flat minor and 1. All right, our next exercise is going to go back. We're going to go back to 80. We're going to still stay in our root shapes, and we're going to do a different rhythm. Instead of whole notes, we're going to do kind of this basic swing pattern. This is dotted quarter to a tied eighth note. The eighth note is tied to the half note, right? So it's going to be a 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, right? So we're going to do that every measure in place of the whole note, as we just did in our previous exercises. All right, so let's try it. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and minor and 1, 2, there we go, A flat minor and 3, 4. F sharp minor and 3, 4. take that same exercise. If you were able to do that, awesome. And keep it up. We're going to see if we can't do at 100. Same idea. That 1, 2, and 3, 4. All right, here we go. Flat minor, 3, 4. Comes our E minor 7. Last line. All right, well, congrats if you've made it this far. You are getting a good handle, at least, on your chords, knowing, really through all 12 keys, but you're also playing all 12 chords as a minor 7 at some point, as a 7th at some point, and a major 7th at some point in the song or in the exercise. So congrats on that. Just the more you have it in your fingers, the more you know, the quicker you are going to be when you actually, again, hopefully apply it to a song, not just an exercise. All right. Okay, next exercise, we are going to do inversions. So just actually one inversion. We are going to go from our minor 7 as the root shape. We're going to go to the next inversion, or the closest inversion of what would be our 5 chord, in this case the G7. And really it has kind of a pattern. The top 2 can come down, and then when you go to your 1 chord of that C major 7, our bottom 2 can shift. Right? And the only thing this is doing is just kind of giving us some good voice leading, keeping us kind of compact. I always tell all my students, we kind of want to be lazy pianists in the sense that we don't want to move if we don't have to. So think of, what does that chord have in common with the next chord? And if they have something in common, then don't move it, right? Keep it in one spot, and all the other notes have to shift and kind of work around whatever that common note or notes were to find your shape. So we're going to do similar to what we did, except this time with the inversions. We're going to go back to just whole notes, and we're going to take that sheet and go through these 12 keys and just play our whole notes. All right, so we're going to start at 80. Here we go. 4. Again, look ahead where you're going. 2, 3, 4. Going to our C sharp minor, 2, 3, 4. B minor, and we go. Last line, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Now, you might have got into that if you are not familiar with your inversions, meaning can I take my 7th chords through their shapes up and down? That might be a good exercise for you to kind of pause on this, go back to that, and kind of work some chords so you get those fingerings in your hands. I'll put a link down. I have a video that kind of walks through chord inversions and shapes and fingers that you can link to if you aren't familiar with that yet. But yeah, or you might get into that and you realize that, ooh, I am not very good when it comes to playing in D flat or B or whatever key. You know, pause the video. You don't have to go through this video all the time, but go back on those 3, 4 lines, whatever, and just really work them. Figure out, again, you're always thinking of what's the key signature of that one chord, meaning you should know your major scales, know the sharps or flats that are within that particular key, because those are the black notes that you're going to be playing as you're kind of working through those shapes, right? Okay, we're going to take the same exercise, whole notes, playing the inversion in the middle, and we're going to just bump it up a notch. We're going to go to the 100. All right, here we go. C minor, 4. B flat minor and 1. C sharp minor and 1. Whoops, sorry. Skip that inversion. There it is. And the last line. 2, 3, Nice. Got lost. I went to root. But hey, I'm sure you caught it. You guys are all smart players. So Hey, nobody is perfect. We are all gonna mess up, and I tell that to students all the time. Don't worry. We all screw up something. But the mark of the good musician is, can you keep the beat and just follow and jump back in, right? That's it. If you keep that up, nobody cares. Everybody's gonna miss a note. It's just how you react, right? So there you go. There's your little nugget for this lesson. So, all right, let's do it. We're gonna go at 90 again, playing that swing beat through with our inversion. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. F minor 7 and 1. E flat minor 7. F sharp minor 4. E minor and 1. All right, awesome job. Hey, if you can do all of that, you're a rock star. Way to go. Keep it up. We're gonna do some more videos like this, kind of guided practice-ish type of thing. And but hey, I'm gonna put links on these kind of times so that you can just kind of check out the comments or the description in the video, and you can just latch onto that if you want to do a particular one kind of over and over. Man, have at it. Knock yourself out. I hope this is helpful, and just, again, kind of gives you something to start with outside of just playing whole notes and whatnot. So, hey, if you have a question, comment. If you want to comment below in the video, that's great. If you got other things, you can check out on my website some other video links as well, talking about chords, scales, and some other helpful PDFs. So you can do that. That's at www.jddorland, that's JDDORLAND.com. We'd love for you to check that out, and it's all free. So I hope it's helpful, and thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part, and keep on practicing. All right, we'll see you next time.